National TV, Fox National TV here on Tuesday night. We've got some Major League Baseball at 7:15 Eastern, and this is our 7:20 Eastern to be exact. And this is a big game, obviously, in the National League East. Not quite as big as maybe we thought it would be a few months ago when the Braves looked like they were closing in on the Phillies, when the Phillies got a little bit cold. Atlanta still games back so obviously they could close a gap here the next few nights, but they need to hold on to the wild card spot. They do currently have a wild card spot about a game and a half out actually over the Mets for one of those wild card spots. So this is still one of the better games tonight in baseball. We got Lopez and Wheeler. Atlanta, a rare home underdog in this one, and we've seen some money come in on Wheeler. Opened $1.25 up to $1.40 now. Sharper books up to $1.45 even. So I do like Philly with Wheeler in this game on the mound. Total has also risen a bit from 7.5 up to 8. You know, Philly is a team we were all waiting to regress, and we knew they weren't going to win like 70% of their games. Even Dan Alexander knew they weren't going to win 70% of their games. And when they came back from the England trip, they did get a little bit cold as expected, lingered after the All-Star break as well. But then after the 4 straight losses in mid-August, they won 4 straight against Miami and Washington. They lost the game on Sunday to snap the 4-game winning streak. But as we know, those Sunday afternoon getaway games, I think, are the most random games of the week. I don't read too much into that. They had yesterday off to travel to this game, and I think it's a good spot tonight. Also, don't mind backing Zack Wheeler. He has been consistent, to say the least. So far this season, he has a 2.72 ERA at all starts, and over his last start, he has exactly a 2.72 ERA. I mean, that's the model of consistency here down the stretch, and I like him tonight over Lopez. Now, Lopez has pitched well, 2.1 ERA on the season, so these are 2 good hurlers. I was a little surprised to see the line go from 7.5 to 8. I'm going to stay off the total, but I do like Philadelphia. I think they're starting to peak again here, and it's a play-on team, maybe the best team in baseball. We'll take them as a short road favorite tonight in Atlanta.
So the Braves played pretty lousy baseball for the better part of 2 months, 3 months? I mean, it felt like Atlanta was a pretty consistent fade for most of the summer. But all of a sudden, this past week, we've seen the Braves. They've won 5 out of 7. The pitching's been good. The lineup started to get going. I know they lost Austin Riley, but it's still a team that right now, this past week, again, 5-2 their last 7. Aren't they playing good ball? I mean, the number came short, and the bettors are betting up Philadelphia. Why the number come as short as it is? You know, is there any positives here for Atlanta right now?
Still 10-10 their last 20, but you're right. They're trending the right direction. And I thought when they picked up Soler at the trade deadline, it would be a catalyst for them. I thought the Braves were due to start playing better. You keep in mind, 3 years ago in 2021, they lose Acuna for the rest of the season. They pick up Soler. He goes on to win the World Series MVP, and they win the whole thing. Could history repeat itself? Atlanta's actually basically where they were at that time. I don't think they were 7 games out, though. What I will point out, though, as far as the scheduling spot here, I mentioned how it was kind of that throwaway getaway game Sunday that the Phillies lost. Now they travel with the day off. It's actually a negative scheduling spot for the Atlanta Braves. They're coming back off a 10-plus game road trip. They haven't been at home for several weeks. They had yesterday off. Now they're a home dog. Jeff Michaels and Ralph Michaels and I talked about this a lot last year. Teams coming off extended road trips are bad plays, especially as home dogs, and the worst spot of all is with a day off. And it's counterintuitive at first until you start thinking about it, and you realize that's because you get back home, you've got a lot of distractions, routines you have to get back into. That day off takes away the fact that it's like another road game. You get settled in, and now you have to play. So the Braves, even though they're a quality team, they are still a home dog in this game, and home dogs off extended road trips off one-day rest, that first home game, are a very negative play, and that applies against Atlanta tonight. Fantastic special we've been running for the past week, and if you haven't taken advantage, shame on you, but you got one more night to do so, and that's the buy 3 days, get 7 days. Buy 3, get 4 more days for free, and tonight, Tuesday, it expires at midnight. So once again, this is your last chance to get a 7-day package for the price of just 3 days. That's $69. $69, dude. That works out to less than $10 a day, about $5 per play for all sports, all access for the next 7 days and nights. And tonight's the last chance to buy 3, get 4 more free. 7 days for the price of 3. No promo code needed. It's on my page right now, Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, and you get there quicker with that shortcut, wt.buzz/s.